Speaking of neighbors, Sudbury builders are saying that the provincial bill cutting City Hall red tape will help home construction. Well, actually, it says it will be a boon for home construction.
It'll be a boon.
But I wanted to avoid that
construction.
word at risk that,
Yeah.
we speculate on why there were two headlines with the word boon on the same day.
Boon would be to me like an injection of something, like a something's going to get better, something's going to increase.
Yeah.
Rapidly, and
it's like a much needed relief.
Exactly.
In my opinion,
it'll be a boon.
Without getting too much into the semantics of it.
For sure, it's positive.
We do have labor shortages, especially skilled labor, in Sudbury, in Northern Ontario, and it's been an ongoing issue. It's kind of like the doctor issue, kind of like the medicine we talked about at the beginning of the hour with the Northern Ontario School of Medicine. They specifically train doctors and have residencies, but there's still a shortage even after 20 years. And we have kind of the same thing with home construction. And many of the people, at least I meet in my profession as a real estate agent, they kind of come to Sudbury and they're surprised with how old everything is. And, in every community that's as old as Sudbury, there's going to be a lot of older construction, but we have a special kind of condition here where there's not much new development that happens.
No.
So the old stuff just kind of, I'm looking for the right word here, kind of just exists into the future forever.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of kind of, we do a lot more rebuilding here and renovating than we do building.
Definitely, yeah.
Which prevents us from growing, in my opinion.
Yep.
So in 2021, the city saw 434 housing starts. That's a near 100% increase from the previous year, making it the second highest number of housing starts in the last decade. So there's no clear upward trend on the housing starts. They've been kind of erratic. And rental units, though, are up big time, and that they were up 300% from the previous year. And again, it's kind of an erratic housing, real estate. At the end of the day, it's really about money. I wish that it was more of like a consumer product, but these are long-term projects that people have to think far into the future. So if there's kind of the future is uncertain, like it was in 2020, long-term capital projects like building are going to suffer.
But what's the gist of this story, though? Is that we're going to have an increase and the future looks positive for building in Sudbury?
Exactly. So essentially the idea is the city will allow third-party developers to use engineers and professionals, third parties, to expedite the entire permitting process. So they're going to bring in people from, outside engineering firms, whatever they have to do to just get the building process underway. Because a lot of the time, the city ends up being the bottleneck.
Okay. So they're outsourcing that process in a way. They're privatizing it, if you will-ish thing. It's like when you go to get your license and whatever, the Ministry of Transportation, they outsource that. It's kind of private. There's someone who bids on that contract and delivers the service. So it'll be similar. A third party will take care of that.
And we actually have the data on the 2022 February year-over-year housing price. And this is just 1 month. This is not the entire year.
Okay.
But from February 2021 to 2022, there was an average sale price jump of 39%. So it's clear that the demand is far, far greater than the supply.
That's huge. That's 40%.
That's just that's just year over year of 1 month. So over the entire year, it's much lower than that.
Exactly.
But the point is, if you bought a similar house in 2021, it went up quite a bit in price.
Wow.
And the only reason that happens is there is a imbalance. So really, I think that this is well timed. I think if you're smart, if you're a public official, it's going to be very popular if you can do something about housing and make it clear that you were the reason that the housing got fixed.
That's true,
So,
for sure.
I think that's going to be a big issue, not in the federal election because that's
No.
not coming up for
In
a
the
few years,
municipal.
but in the municipal election and in the provincial
Yeah.
representatives, it's going to be a big deal.
Cool.
If not the number one issue, it's going to be on the top three.
Definitely.